Welcome to EviCast Medicine. In this evidence-based podcast, we are going to explore fascinating new insights about the health effects of green and black tea consumption. Today's episode is called Green and Black Tea, What the Science Really Says About Your Health.
Thank you for having me. Let's start by looking at a 2006 study that used Metabonomics to compare green versus black tea effects on human metabolism. 17 healthy males consumed black tea, green tea, or caffeine in a randomized crossover design. Their urine and plasma were analyzed via high-resolution NMR metabolic profiling combined with multivariate statistics. Results showed that both teas increased excretion of microbial flavonoid metabolites like hippuric acid, but uniquely, green tea also boosted urinary excretion of citric acid cycle intermediates, suggesting it may more strongly affect oxidative energy metabolism in humans. The study is strengthened by its within-subject design and advanced metabolomics method, but limited by small sample size and short duration.
This means that although both teas share some metabolic effects through gut bacteria processing flavonoids, green tea appears to modulate human energy metabolism differently and possibly more intensely. Such differences could explain why people often report distinct health effects from these teas.
Complementing this, a 2014 randomized controlled trial involving 111 adults over 6 months assessed black tea's effects on body composition and cardiovascular-related metabolic outcomes. Participants consumed 3 cups daily of either powdered black tea solids or a flavonoid-free placebo-matching caffeine and flavor. At 3 months, black tea intake modestly inhibited weight gain by about 0.64 kilograms and reduced waist circumference and waist-to-hip ratio. However, by 6 months, these effects were no longer significant, and no changes occurred in blood glucose, insulin, lipids, or endothelial function. This suggests black tea flavonoids may transiently improve fat distribution but lack sustained metabolic benefits in this study's conditions.
That's intriguing because it highlights the challenge of maintaining long-term health changes with lifestyle interventions. Even if black tea has short-term benefits for adiposity, sustaining these effects might require additional strategies or longer studies. Now, how about effects on healthy aging and cardiovascular risk?
A large cross-sectional analysis pooled data from over 3,300 adults above 50 years old from Greek Attica and Metis cohorts to assess associations between tea drinking and a successful aging index. After adjusting for confounders, green tea consumption positively correlated with better successful aging and lower hypertension risk. Surprisingly, black tea intake was negatively associated with this successful aging score. This observational finding cannot prove causality but suggests green tea drinkers may experience healthier aging outcomes.
This may reflect differences in bioactive compounds or perhaps lifestyle factors linked with tea choice. Still, it raises important questions about how different types of tea influence aging and cardiovascular health over time.
Related to biochemical activities, a recent lab study compared green tea, orthodox black tea, and CTC black tea extracts for antioxidant, anti-cancer, and anti-inflammatory properties in cell models. Green tea consistently showed higher polyphenol content and greater biological effectiveness across assays. Orthodox black tea had moderate activity, and CTC black tea the lowest. This highlights how processing affects tea's health potential at the molecular level, beyond what people taste in their cups.
So the way tea leaves are processed clearly matters for their health properties in the lab and potentially in humans. This could partly explain the differences we see in metabolic and aging studies between green and black teas.
Finally, a 2020 meta-analysis of randomized trials confirmed that tea consumption generally benefits metabolic syndrome risk factors. Overall, tea intake lowered diastolic blood pressure and body mass index modestly. Black tea was more linked to lower systolic blood pressure, while green tea reduced diabetes incidence and LDL cholesterol. These findings reinforce that green and black tea may act through different pathways to improve health.
To sum up, drinking tea is good for you, but green tea stands out for potentially stronger effects on energy metabolism, aging, and molecular antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity. Black tea offers modest benefits on body fat and blood pressure, yet may not sustain those long term. Both teas contribute to metabolic health in distinct ways.
Exactly. The evidence highlights that not all teas are equal in biological impact, despite sharing origins and some compounds. Future controlled trials with diverse populations and longer follow-up are required to confirm causality and explore mechanisms further. We also need to study how tea fits into broader dietary and lifestyle patterns to optimize healthy aging and chronic disease prevention.
Thank you for this detailed walk through the latest tea research. For everyone listening, whether you're a devoted green tea enthusiast, a black tea loyalist, or someone who just accidentally rebrews the same tea bag 7 times out of habit, remember, your health journey is steeped in evidence. So raise your mug, Peaky's optional, and sip smarter. Enjoy your cup of tea with renewed appreciation. Join us next time on Cast Medicine for more evidence-based science unraveling everyday health. Please like, subscribe, and keep following us for your health in focus.